Hello and welcome. This is the Ask the Expert show, and tonight we have a wonderful show. We have with us again a special guest who's going to be introduced in just a minute. The name of our show is the Dr. Emoto's Peace Project, The Message from Water. And I am so happy to be here. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Hello! Thank
Hi.
you so much for having me back again.
we're
So good
Well,
to
back.
see all of you.
let me
Oh,
introduce you, Michiko.
yay.
Michiko Hayashi is here having her morning coffee with us while we have our evening drinks. She's in Tokyo. And Michiko, for a number of years, worked with Dr. Emoto, who developed a way of freezing water crystals when they were influenced by vibration through words and thoughts, I assume. I wanted to ask you more about that. And you are continuing his work now with the Peace Project. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So,
Yes.
so
Oh.
you were here before, but just to start us off, start us with what the Peace Project is, what you're actually working on right now.
Okay. Right now, well, I'm in Japan. This year is such a special year, very, challenging for me. Usually I'm traveling everywhere around the world to deliver to give the presentation on what message from water is and how water is responding to all our consciousness, our thoughts, emotions, and words, and everything water sees and hears, and everything around water, and distribute this children's book. Hey, Lady Lou has the same book. This children's book that teaches everyone about what I'm going to introduce now. And so our aim of this Emoto Peace Project is to distribute this children's book of 650 million children's books all around the world. And now this book is translated into 34 languages.
Oh,
Wow.
34 languages. And you
Wow.
can, when you visit this website of Emoto Peace Project, it's www.emoto peaceproject.net. You can see all the water crystal pictures and also different books in different languages. And you can download this data for free of charge to see.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Wow.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But definitely leave a donation, please. This is a
Thank
big,
you.
big project. If
Thank
you just
you.
send a donation with the free book, it would be from the heart to their Peace Project.
Thank you so much, Louise. And thank you so much for giving us the donation for this Emoto Peace Project. She actually donated, and every donation that we receive goes to this children's book, printing and delivering this book for free of charge to every child, for every children around the world. So
And what are you hoping the result of giving this book out will be?
thank you. Every person who reads this book or learns this about this message from water, they will be wanting to think positive, to be very kind, to be wanting to share what they have, and wanting to live, most importantly, to live in love and gratitude, because this book shows how we are 70% water. Here it says human beings are 70% water. So is this planet Earth. And so let's learn what water is. And then actually, this is the book that Dr. Emoto wrote when he was still alive. And it shows how water makes beautiful water crystals that we don't even perceive, we can't see with our naked eyes, because we have to freeze droplets of water and then observe after freezing them, we have to observe with a microscope of 200 times magnification. Otherwise, we can't see them. But that means every water has crystals and responding to whatever the water is surrounded by. And our it shows how beautiful natural water is. So children will want to preserve nature, the beautiful waters. And whereas like the river, in case of river, when upstream is really pretty beautiful, but when we go down to midstream where all the people are living, factories are, the water becomes really ugly and polluted. But when we go down, when water goes down to the downstream, it gets a little better because of the bacteria and the little creatures that they are trying to, shells, and they're trying to clean the water. So children will learn to preserve the nature. And also after that goes to when what happens to water when water listens to music. And this is after Beethoven or Beethoven's music, and show other beautiful classical music. But if the music, the words are ugly, or the musician is singing with anger, or music itself is really destructive, then the energy becomes very destructive. Where is it? So this heavy metal music could not form crystals. Now at this time, we want to tell children, make sure that they really know that we are water, like walking water bottle. Really, or so much water. And in the air, there's water as vapor. And we are inhaling that water. These beautiful crystals or this ugly crystal.
Yeah. What do we want to breathe? Because I read someplace that we breathe in 3,000 gallons of air every day.
Oh my gosh.
That air has moisture in it. So bless your houses, bless the air outside, bless the air wherever you are. And the little crystals will be there, the love crystals, the gratitude.
Yeah. So that's something that children can learn. I mean, all of us want to learn about this. And our skin also is inhaling. I mean, observing the water from air also. So we just want to make sure that every droplet of air, of vapor, humidity, or water in the air makes this beautiful, beautiful crystal. So the children will want to listen to beautiful music instead of ugly music.
Yes.
Well, they don't think it's ugly though.
Well, they don't. Yeah, but that's why we want to show that, the ugly words or ugly destructive music, or when you are singing with anger, that's what happens. And you really, that affects your own water within your body and outside also. And the plants.
One of the things that I remember learning very, very early on when I saw the movie The Secret and What the Bleep Do We Know, and we were learning about how our thoughts become things, messages from the universe. And I was gifted with one of Dr. Emoto's books. And this particular image sticks in my mind, and I'm going to put it up here. And so one of the things that I thought of as the brown, kind of icky, gnarly, I call it gnarly, image. And then the beautiful snowflake type of image. It just, if you can ingrain that inside your thought pattern, and remember that when you're angry, when you're mad, when you're saying nasty things to yourself, it might make a big difference. So let this image right here just burn into your brain.
Oh,
And
that's really nice. That's a
it
very
helped
important
me.
thing.
It helped
Mm-hmm.
me because you don't want to hurt yourself,
No,
right?
no one wants
Typically.
to.
Well, I don't know.
So,
Maybe some people do, but
so Michiko, what he was dealing with really is vibration, and
Vibration,
it
exactly.
seems to me like we were talking about 2020 being a really challenging year, but we are all in the process as a result of COVID of changing, or with the help of COVID, I'll say, changing from purely material or largely material to energy beings. And so this message is particularly important right now. And the vibration, I remember going to the spiritualist church and they said the written and spoken word have power, that the written
Right.
word has more power than the spoken word. So today I listen, if I'm out in public, whenever I do get out in public, lots of people are cursing constantly. And that changes the vibration
Yeah.
of their surroundings. Is that not so? Talk
That's
about that one.
that's exactly what is happening when people. I see whenever I go to the United States, I see a lot of younger generations just cursing every minute sometimes, or just use so many ugly words without even knowing that they are hurting themselves, their water within themselves. And when they say things, because the words have such a powerful vibration, the vibration means they resonate with the same frequency resonates with the vibration that we're emitting. So if I say something ugly, like I hate you, for example, I'm sorry, I don't want to say that, but if I say that, then the vibration or frequency of that, what I said, resonates. And then comes back to me. When you keep doing that, you're really hurting. I mean, you are bringing that vibration into yourself. But so that means you will be, as phenomena, things will be happening to you. For example, if I say I'm not feeling good today, then I'm emitting that frequency. So that same frequency resonates and then come back to me. So I will not be feeling well because I'm bringing that. I'm just trying to attract it by saying that. But if I say, I am happy today, I am so grateful today, I'm doing so well, my life is wonderful, then all that beautiful vibration, the frequency is resonating and coming back to me. So I will be more and more healthier, happier, and more my joyful life. Then because I am an energy being, so my energy is affecting everything around me. The plant right here too. People around me too. So not only that is beneficial for myself, but people and everything around me, around you. If you are staying in the positive and using positive, beautiful words.
Can I? Will you guys let me chase this one down just a minute? There's one more. Because I work with emotions, I know, for example, that I used to do a lot more cursing when I had a huge amount of anger inside of me. So I'm wondering if you have an explanation for how what I'm aiming to help people do is to work with emotions so that they help you to learn and navigate your life, and then you turn them loose. And I'm wondering what you and Dr. Emoto have learned about emotions, because emotions can come up and we might want to think positively, but the emotions will get in the way. So,
Well, okay. Now, firstly, emotions are always within us, and it's that creates our thoughts and our words from emotions, we have our emotions are the ones that are making our what we think, what we say, what we do. So we really have to work with our emotions. And how can we deal with that? That's the very important thing. And we have to, everybody has her or his habit.
Yeah.
Emotional habit.
Yes.
Sometimes some people are tend to be angry all the time, or very often, or some people tend to be sad, some people tend to be happy, some people tend to be complaining. I have my own habit of emotional like emotions. And study says that we are thinking, or our emotions come up like 70,000 times, about approximately, in one day.
Ooh.
That's
Wow.
how busy our emotions and minds are. So what we can do, I mean, yeah, because even though we cannot see what you're thinking, Louise, what you're thinking, Eileen or Marianne, but you are right at this moment thinking about something, just thinking about what I'm saying, and you have your own thoughts and things. And I have my own thinking right now, my emotions also. So what I do is try to observe my habit, because without knowing what my habit is, I can't deal with it. We have to deal with my own. No one can, we can help, but I am the only person whom I can change.
Yes.
Right?
I agree.
So
I agree.
I try to transform myself to the better myself, positive myself. To do that, I when I observe myself and see that I am feeling something negative, then it's all right, because we're all human beings. If we were perfect, we would not be living here, right? So as soon as I see that my emotions is negative, or when I'm thinking something negative, then I replace it with something positive.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is, like, sometimes, I mean, everybody has someone we like and we dislike, or we're not really good at dealing with this person, maybe.
Uh-huh.
But what I try to do is, when I see only this side of the cup, you don't see the bottom side of the cup, or inside that, you can't see that there's coffee in here, right? You can only see that this side of the coffee cup of the person. But if I can see maybe this side, then you can see, oh, this is a beautiful cherry blossom coffee cup. You can see the beautiful side of this person or this thing. So what I try to do is, when I see someone's like action or deed or behavior that I don't like, I don't agree with, but that's my point of view. So I say, well, every individual is different. So this is how I am, but she has this beautiful part, and she's happy with this. So I try to see something good from above. It's not
From a
from
different perspective,
right.
yeah.
So
We have somebody in the audience who has a question and a statement, and it really did resonate with what
okay.
you were saying. So let me read it to you for those that are listening. We have a very conflicted world, varying differences of opinions. So is there a portable product that Dr. Emoto recommends for guiding the conversation?
Portable product.
So some advice, maybe something. And I like what she's saying here, guiding the conversation, because when people come at you, or they're mad at you, or they're saying something that's triggering something in you, I think it would be a great idea to guide the conversation in a better way, in a more positive way. Just like you said, see it from a different perspective. Help them see it from a different
Right.
perspective, maybe.
Oh, wow. Portable conversation.
Thank you, Karen.
Portable. Yeah, thank you so much, Karen. I'm writing it down. So maybe we can come up with something that could be
Would that
loving.
work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Well,
this is the love. I didn't know that wasn't it. So this is the love. I found it on the internet. Print it out. Put it in front of you.
Yeah. But Michiko, what you were saying a while ago, just a few minutes ago, essentially is that you get to choose your focus, and you get to decide what you're going to give energy to, or what you're going to pay attention to, what you're going to look at. And that seems like a very good, and the other part was that you need to be self-aware. You need to be aware that you have a habit of feeling. And so wouldn't that guide it? If you realize you have a habit and you see yourself going in a negative place with somebody, then you say, where else can I focus? And maybe develop another habit that you could put in there. Yeah.
It's like we all want to know that we cannot change other people. We can help, but can't change. And to me, this person may look someone who's not really good, so I don't like him or I don't like her. But from different person, he or she likes this person because they resonate with each other. So everybody is different. Everybody is unique. When we see like snowflakes, there are no exactly same two snowflakes. People also, every single person are different, even though there are two twins. Even twins are different. They look a little different. They act a little different. They're not exactly the same. So that means everybody, that's nature. Everybody is different. That's the universe. So it's like when we see someone and say, oh, he shouldn't be saying that, he shouldn't be doing that, or you shouldn't be doing that, you should be saying that, is my perspective. So if I don't, that's like I am judging people. If I don't judge, then I am happy myself because I don't feel that negative feeling. So it's good for both of us. But the only thing we have to do is to work on myself.
I agree.
Amen.
Work on myself to be more accepting person, to be like generous, to be loving, to be forgiving. The things that have happened with someone, with something, we can probably never forget. But the good thing about people are we can forgive.
I have something to add to your list. Okay. We have also the power to walk away if someone is very in our face.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
That's another really important thing. When there are people you don't agree with, or people who are yelling at you or something, then you have the choice to not to stay in that vibration.
Yes.
Nicely, you can just stay away. You don't have to resonate and yell at each other, because that makes the energy even more powerful. So
I want to add too, I grew up in a family where people did yell at me and I wasn't allowed to leave. And one of the joys has been to discover as an adult that I can leave and it's okay. So even if you got trapped when you were a kid, you can untrap yourself.
That's right. I was raised because my grandpa was a governor. So people would come to my house and a lot of people would be complaining about things at my home. And I was still small and I was always in that room hearing all these people talking about other people or complaining about this and that, and I did not like it. So what I did was I chose to leave that room so that I would not hear anything about people talking about other people. And I went to my room or some outside, play with my dog or cats or something. So that's another choice. I mean, if you feel peaceful within, or if you are peaceful in the place where you are, then that's good, wonderful. You have the choice always. Every single minute, every single second is the choice that you can make.
Yeah. Amen.
I got something to say about that.
Okay, sure, yeah.
All right. So sometimes that's not possible. Like you were saying, Eileen, if you're a child and your parents are, or the teacher or whatever, there's also bosses and coworkers.
Oh.
I mean, the only way you could get away from that is if you quit, or, whatever. You can get out of certain circumstances once you're an adult, but sometimes you're stuck there for at least a while.
Yeah.
And so I think if you retreat inside and not feel sorry for that person that's talking gossip or yelling at you, whatever, but just, I don't know, for me, I just have to, I'm not listening. I'm not hearing it. And everybody who knows me, right, Lady Lou? Everybody who knows me, I won't let them talk bad. I won't let them say anything negative to me. And if they do, they know I'm going to walk away if I have the chance. If I can, I'm going to hang up the phone, or I'm going to walk away or whatever. But there's certain circumstances that do trigger me and I can't get away, or I feel like I can't, at least for a while. And so I think that's what Karen was getting at earlier. How do we turn it around so that we can, instead of insulting them or telling them they're wrong, get them to change that conversation so it feels better?
Right. That's a good way, I think. We can probably change the subject gradually so that they will not be talking about what they're talking or yelling. It depends on the person also. But another thing I realized was, I mean, you can walk away, or you can just you don't really resonate with those people. I mean, there are always people like that, and it's not always easy. But when you really always stay in a positive state, always, that means when someone complains about someone else, you don't really talk at the same level. You take the high road. So you're not really resonating. Maybe you can just smile. You smile at that person. You say, "Yeah, well, I understand." I understand doesn't really make them feel bad. You say, "I understand," or something. I don't know. It depends on the situation. But you just don't resonate with that person. And if you are in a higher vibration, when you really always stay in the higher vibration, low vibration does not resonate. So you will see less and less people around you with this kind of vibration.
I think that's the key. The more you do what you're talking about, the less you even have the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Karen says, keep a portable white flag around. Good going, Karen.
Well, thank you.
When you're desperate, I remember a woman who worked in the civic center in the government, and there was no smoking, and she was quite allergic to smoke. And people would walk into her office and light up cigarettes anyhow, and she couldn't get them to stop. So she asked me in a class one time what to do about it. And we went through all the possibilities, and she tried them all. So I said, well, the next time somebody does that, you just pull your hair up and go, ah, and scream at the top of your voice.
That's funny. That's good. Everybody has his or her own way to get around, And the only thing we don't want to do is to hurt people or say any negative things to that person, because those people get heated even more. And we definitely don't want to do that. Just what I do usually is sometimes when those people are around me, I just say, yeah, I understand, and I smile, and I don't really say much to it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Don't egg it on, because they'll keep going if you do.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're feeding them energy. Do you know about the process of Dr. Emoto? We can't see the crystals that are formed or not formed unless it's frozen. I think I read about some high schoolers who were trying to duplicate it, and they couldn't get it cold enough. It has to be extremely cold, does it? Kind of flash frozen?
Right, because to be able to freeze it, it has to be really, really cold. We put the droplets of the water into freezer, and it takes about 3 hours before they are frozen. Then they take each one out of the freezer and observe with them in the cold room. That's a huge walk-in refrigerator.
Well, do you have to keep, like, okay, if it takes 3 hours to freeze it, and I'm saying I hate you, will that I hate you message stay with the water for the 3 hours till it's frozen?
It does. And now at this point, I have to talk about science, of the newest science on water, because I don't know if you know about Dr. Gerald Pollack, who is he is the expert of this water research. He's a leading scientist on water in the world, and he is the editor-in-chief of journal called Water, and also he's the founder of conference called Water Conference, and he conducts it once every year. This year he couldn't do it because of this COVID, but every year he does it, and he discovered there's a fourth phase of water beyond solid and liquid and vapor. There's one more phase that is the fourth phase of water, and that's where water has memory. So, and he says that when we freeze water, or when it melts, water has to go through the fourth phase of water. So that's where the structure of water molecule in this fourth phase of water is really firm. So usually water molecules are bumping and moving around, but at this level, at this phase, fourth phase of water, the water molecule is very, very firm, so it doesn't move.
Wow.
So that's where
amazing.
Water has memory.
So I'm having this crazy thought. Suppose I'm a homemaker and I'm mad at somebody in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm putting food in bags so I can put it in the freezer, right? When I bring it out of the freezer, I'm going to bring the bad memories, the anger with it.
I think, yeah, definitely. So I always say especially when you're cooking, you just don't want to be angry at someone. You just want to be saying thank you to the vegetable that you're cutting. If you're cooking some kind of meat, you say thank you to that meat for the energy and say the life. And with love, you cook. So the food will be really filled with love and gratitude, beautiful crystals and vibration, and this thank you. Thank you, crystal, is going to be in that food instead of this ugly fool.
Wow. So it really behooves us as much as possible to focus on the positive, to focus on love, to focus on loving ourselves. Oh my gosh, it almost makes me self-conscious to think about it. Like, oh my gosh, I have to be that so good.
Always. And like when you are living with a family, and not everyone, like, for example, my husband used to complain about things. The first thing he get up in the morning, he would say, "Oh, I'm not feeling well," and all that. And I used to hide from him because I didn't want to hear it for a
Just
long
like from your grandfather's visitors, huh?
time.
Well,
And
go ahead and finish your story. I got a
I'm
question
sorry.
though.
Okay, so because thankful to this COVID situation, I started giving my presentations by Zoom from home. He was listening to what I was always talking, and I was showing this tuning forks, how energy resonates with the same frequency and come back. He stopped saying that. So
Oh,
Wow.
so
wow.
that's how important this message from water is, because this is so beneficial for every single person, and it's for your health, your happiness, your abundance, because whatever you think, whatever the emotions you have, you're bringing that reality, attracting it to yourself. So
Exactly.
mhm.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
had the
Well,
question, Mary,
yeah.
Louise.
What if you're at a restaurant or if you're even in your own home and the cook has been angry and throwing things in the pot and fixing things and being unhappy and all that kind of stuff? So it's gathered all that negativity in the
Mhm,
food. Is a
mhm.
blessing at the meal going to
Yeah,
remove all that?
energy can be in there, but you can restore it always.
Okay. Are
So
there any
just
special words or just love and gratitude?
you say thank you so much. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah.
And
And
that's how you always bless it and say thank you. I love you.
this is a good reason to say prayers at mealtime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody used to have that custom, always saying thank you and
Uh-huh.
blessing it.
And
But these days, everybody's life is getting busier and busier, complicated. A lot of people have been forgetting that. But let's bring it back because it's so good for us, all
oh,
of us.
and holding hands helps to spread it around the table, doesn't it?
Sure,
I like
exactly.
that.
Mm-hmm. Me
Okay.
too.
Wow.
It's beautiful. You had beautiful, beautiful culture. So I just hope that everybody just remembers it and do it again.
Yeah, bring it back and
Bring it.
keep it there because
Yeah.
children aren't going to church anymore. Of course, this year we've none of us been to church actually,
Right.
except online. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of children have never been inside of a church. They have no clue what the higher power is. They don't
Oh.
understand anything about it because their
Mm-hmm.
parents are oblivious
Oh,
to it
yeah.
or they have given up on it. But yet how are these children going to ever learn that there is a higher power who's in charge?
Hopefully.
Well, I love that you're spreading this book around so that the children can understand a little bit more about our thoughts and our feelings. And also, I love the fact that if you got on Google and you did some searching, even the words Dr. Emoto, there are so many experiments out there. They do it on rice. They do it. They have all these kids that are doing
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
experiments now. The word is definitely catching on, and let's just keep spreading it out there, and just getting it out there as much as we possibly can, because I know it affects us. As I'm driving down the road, my trigger is usually someone that's pulling in front of me and being a jerk, and I can feel that instantaneous "you jerk," you know. Usually it's a different word I use,
you
but
know,
immediately I think to myself, now wait, and I try to just send them positive energy and say, I hope you have a better day than you're having now.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
You,
but we just have to keep spreading the word, and thank you for doing that.
Well, thank you for allowing me to share this message from water here in your show, because with everyone's help and support and understanding, we are all spreading it together. And when some kind of challenges happen to us at the moment, let's remember, or let's think that we're being tested. I'm being tested right now because of this. Am I being positive or be kind? If I resonate with this, do I want to choose this or that? Every moment is a choice, and we are being tested. And the moment I realize that I'm feeling something negative, then I go, nope, I don't want that. I want a happy, beautiful thoughts, So
maybe it's true that life is just a pop quiz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, so this is really wonderful. As soon as we learn this, I mean, I used to have a lot of I think I had sadness. I didn't want to be alone or lonely, but now because of this, thankful to this message from water, the more presentation I give, the more I'm talking to myself too, to make sure that I am making my own life.
So back to Karen's question, the shortcut way really is what you just talked about, which is to make sure that I am focused on gratitude or love or whatever. That will then go out from me and will come back.
Yeah.
And so regardless of what's happening with another person, that process will work. Is that not so?
That's right. Yeah. See, we don't have to worry about the third person. The only thing we have to work on is myself.
Yep.
And we can deliver the message. This is something, another thing that Dr. Emoto always said. He said, I cannot change other people, but I can deliver the message. And I thought that was so beautiful, because this is something that we all can do.
That's right.
We can deliver the message, and we don't have to change other people, because we can't anyway.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Well, I want the folks to remember this book, because Christmas is coming up. I can't think of a better way. Now, how are you shipping the books? Do you have a supply here in the United States?
Yes, I have Emoto Peace Project America in Seattle, and my colleague will be able to send books. If they, I'm asking for $5 as a donation for each book.
Yep.
And with our shipping cost, then we will be sending, my coworker will be sending the books to the person. So you can email here at EPP at, can you see EPP at, can you, oops.
Marian has it at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's on
that's
the screen
good.
as well as underneath the video.
Right,
wonderful.
So
yes.
We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube, and we're on podcast platforms. So you're going to be able to see all the links that you need down below each one in the comment section.
Yeah, and order more than one. Order one for yourself. That's what I did. I gave away the one to my little 7-year-old niece, but I wanted one too.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. Yes, I just carry this all the time in English and in Spanish and in Japanese, and whoever needs it, I go, here you go.
You said it was in how many languages?
We have 34.
34 languages, folks.
And yeah, they can download, everybody can download. If it's not the book form, they can download for free of charge. I mean, from everywhere. And I hope many people will download and just give it to other people so they will learn.
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was the perfect timing. Our world needs this message, and you're the perfect person to deliver it.
Thank you
so much.
I agree. Thank you, Marian.
Yes.
2021, let's start with joy, happiness, love, and appreciation. Let's be appreciative of being able to have this new day of 2021, because if we're not here alive, we can't have this new day. So let's appreciate every single moment that we are here, being able to live, being able to share this time, being able to have some water, nice warm coffee. Everything we have, we should be appreciating and sending that appreciation and love to everyone.
Everyone. Well, we
We're
send
sending
you
this
lots of love.
lots and
love
lots of love to everybody out there, everybody who's watching this. We're sharing it with you and everybody you share it with. Be sure and share this with
Share.
everyone you can think of.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And
Good
Michiko,
night.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much
all.
for such
We
a
love
lovely
you.
message.
We love you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you. Love you. Bye.